Good evening, everyone. Third time recording this, so I may be a little bit quick on this one. Now, what did we have? Well, the market opened on Sunday with some huge volatility, and of course, that's due to the Silicon Valley Bank crap. Opened around 39.20-ish, caught a bid at 93, ran all the way up towards sort of Friday's highs and all that, and then sold off way down to new lows on the month. We opened on a gap down. Eventually, after opening around 50s, we churned around the full sessional, full external trading hours. Point of control shifted down towards 50. That gave us the signal for a long to go into weekly VWAP at 97-ish. Also happened to be the gap close to the tick, so 97.25. Bulls did an excellent job keeping us bid around that yearly open, around Friday's low of the day at 81. Eventually getting a move above yesterday's close at 97s and getting into this 38.20s area. I'd written and spoke about in the video yesterday that bulls want to keep this thing bid over 20 and bears wanted to see a close below 20. Bears did win that when they closed at 39.89. These numbers just so big. Globex with 100, what is that, 150, 130, 132 point range. The RTH with a 99.75 point range. These numbers are insane. The VIX was trading at 20 on Thursday and is now trading at 30. It's at 26.5 as of the close. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doubling my stops and take profits like I did today. Just because it's too easy to get wicked out on a 2.5 point stop like this. Even 5 points feels like I'm using quite a tight stop. Now we did have distribution here, and once that point of control shifted around 24, I took it short for that move into VWAP, that full external trading hours VWAP. We tried another move above and again failed. Now, all of this move above yesterday's close, above Friday's close, was done on negative breadth, and not even mildly negative. I'm talking negative 1,000 breadth, which seems very similar to what we had during last Monday, where this move here was being done on negative breadth. This move way above the open. The open was somewhere around whatever that is, 58-ish. We rallied 20, 30 points on negative breadth, distributed, and crapped out the very next day. That's what started this major crap out. So I'm wondering if this is a similar scenario where you have this negative breadth prior to, you have this markup, this distribution occurring on negative breadth, yet holding the highs. And I'm wondering if tomorrow we get that crap out. So that's something I'll be watching for. Now, I do think bulls could also hold this area, so I will be, in terms of trading this, well, of course, we have to wait to see what CPI brings. However, I'm interested in this 200-point range. I'm not really too interested in anything outside of that. I think you start getting some nice chances to buy around 35 to 05. I think you can try along at 73.5, as well as be short or long at 81s. Short 29s, short 70s. This is just settlement highs at 70.5. I would like to see first a run of this high here, that overnight high. I would also be interested in a fade at monthly VWAP sitting at 74.25 currently on the full external trading hours, and the VWAP 74.25 being the external trading hours and 76 is our RTH. So I'll just take a note of that. 76 MVWAP RTH. So I'm interested in a short somewhere around the 70 to 76. And then the final area I'm interested in shorts is this 89. So last week's point of control at 39, 89.5 up to 97.5, where we had that major level for a few days there. And also we've got last week's VWAP close sitting at 92.75. So really interested in that kind of 90 to 93 area, the 97 as the extreme level. So that's how I'm looking to trade this. 200-point range does not feel like a 200-point range with this insane volatility, but that is what we have. Of course, we're going to need to update this pre-market to Twitter based on how CPI comes in. Hopefully, it's somewhat of a muted response, and we can have a quieter session, more in the range of 50 points, and not 100 to 130, just insane. As long as VIX is trading above 24, I will be using that 5-point stop and 10-point take profits, just because 2.5 points feels like just a small wick at this point. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. I've got nothing more to add to this. We're just in an area of neutrality while we trade here. We did get a bid in those 30s. I was 4.75 points off, but we did find a bid in the main area I saw sellers targeting this week, kind of the lows of this December-January balance. And now we're just hanging out in this pivot neutral zone. So we'll see what we get for tomorrow. And an update will be posted to Twitter pre-market. So have a great night and trade safe.